everyone, and welcome back to Dragon Age the Veilguard. This is episode 5. Last time we discovered the Crossroads and chose our first destination through the Alluvians. Upon returning to the lighthouse, we have a beautiful room of our own, and we've been able to enjoy... There's a decoration mode to fit out the lighthouse. We have our wardrobe here now. The magic mirror is still with Varric. And we've got some new casual wear. N7 Day recently occurred. Therefore, the game was like, what if you would like to have the options for a cool fancy coat? And if you take that coat off, the casual wear is underneath, while also giving us a N7 themed guitar for the Canary as well. I believe that there is a proper helmet for characters that can wield them. The Canary have been relegated the face paint instead, but looking pretty cool. That is where we find ourselves. So we got some Commander Shepard themed gear going on, and I feel very good about that. And we're now going to travel to Treviso via the Crossroads or fast travel. And so I guess we're able to take the long way, the scenic route, or if you open up your map, you can take a look at the world map. Oh, this is cool. All right, so this is the world map. Oh, I like the pictures. They're pretty cool. I love the Ferelden and Orlais with the Mabari and the lion. That's really fun. The Inquisition symbol is down there. You've got Kirkwall in the Free Marches, Navarra, the Anderfels, and Tevinter up here. Saharon up here, Arlathan, Rivain, Antiva. You can see the blight in Arlathan. I really like how we're seeing that on the world map. Obviously a bit more of a stylized one, but I think it's pretty cool. So we've got our lighthouse in the Fade with the Crossroads here. So this is kind of like above the world map, because it's more like Fade related. No missives currently. Beautiful map. We'll go to the Crossroads and we'll change the party. I think we're after Nev for both of the things that we're doing. We're going to take Harding and Nev with us. So we're going to go and recruit our mage killer. So you can travel to a tracked quest, which is actually amazing. So you can go directly there, or you can go to the Crossroads, and obviously there's like region quests and things to do in the Crossroads itself. I think we'll go straight to the tracked quest. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. You will meet an Antivan crow in Treviso. So it's putting it on there already. So I guess in that case, we will go with Nev, considering that's who we were talking about with this situation. So it's letting us know you're going to be picking up a new party member, of course.
Treviso, one of the finest cities in Antiva, now living under occupation. Let's hope our crow contact can meet us.
I'm seeing Canarian helmets. I feel ripped off.
Welcome to Antiva. You must be Rook.
And you're Andaratea Cantori, of the Crows?
Thea, please. Come. My associate Viago is gathering the others. We can talk business when we arrive.
And this place looks gorgeous. Butcher Dethrata on an amplifier. Yes, we're here for your safety, of course. Don't take it the wrong way. Wow, okay, so we're going to Antiva. They don't make it subtle with the crows. You can hear the crows crowing. Incredibly beautiful looking location already. I like how it's snappy, where you can be like, I want to go here without the you know, the travel, but you can also travel if you want. It's definitely a great variety to how you want to approach the missions and levels in this game. I knew you weren't going to let me through.
My uncle wasn't a part of it. I was told he'd be released if there was a request. If you had any word from...
Go about your business, unless you wish to join him.
Damn, okay, the Antam. Now, let's take a look at this, because... Are we getting helmets in this game? Because it looks like, from what I can see in our inventory screen, we just have the Vitar. And I'm seeing Canary and cool-looking helmets. A couple of decent ones, too. Obviously, it's Antam wear. Maybe it's like, nah, you're not allowed to wear that. But I think that's cool. Reminds me of the Dragon Age Inquisition Antam gear that we had. Just exposing everybody's midriff.
The documents.
Hey.
It's all there.
Cheeks out.
Slowly. Have your papers in order next time.
Of course. Yes. I'll be more mindful.
Good. We're here for your protection.
As a Canary, am I going to be perceived differently here? Like, are the Antam going to be like, hello, friend? And are the residents of Treviso going to be like, ah?
Captor. My friend says come with us.
All right.
The Antam soldiers have made themselves comfortable.
We have suffered their company for too long. The Antam reached a stalemate in their war with Tevinter. Some turned here instead. Antiva was rich, comfortable, and has no standing army to stop them.
Huh. So the war between the Canary and Tevinter stalled.
Your body is a sacred vessel, and I can provide you with the proper building materials.
Okay then, thank you. We got some guitar. Just leave them alone.
Have you tried kale? It's a popular leaf lately.
Nutrition specialist recommending me kale. Pet the cat. Pet the Antivan cat with cool stripes.
Welcome to the Dapper Duelist. We favor lighter wear here, but have heavier armor in stock as well.
I can't get to you yet.
In a duel to the death.
That's alright. So the Antam do not care about me either.
Welcome. We've got all kinds of crystals here, both magical and natural.
Seal of House Lasker. A seal bearing the sigil of the noble house Lasker of Kal Sharok. While the house was dissolved, many of Kal Sharok's inhabitants can claim a connection to the bloodline. Give me that. An Amaranthine Loop for more stagger. Or AoE damage, minus talisman. We'll go for the ring. Glittering gemstone, a legendary valuable item. I guess that would... I guess what you want to do in terms of buying valuable items is you buy them and then you sell them to the different factions, and that increases your, like, rank with them. So buying this valuable, you can take that to any of your factions and be like, I want to level you up. So I see the appeal. I'm assuming I'll be able to come back here at any time. Well, not at any time, but I'll be able to come back to these previous locations to pick up these items when I have, like, the gold to spare on these things.
Almost shut us down because they don't like magic. But once I explained the vibrational harmonies, they let us stay. Farewell.
Oh, hang on.
I'm not Antam. I'm Rithari. Healer. I'm Hel.
No response? Okay.
Mind your business.
So we've got Canary in the city being like, hey, I'm a healer. I'm not with them. I don't know how the city is responding to that, though, because I only get a one-sided conversation. I don't know if she's being welcomed or whether she's being shunned for being a Canary.
I've got wares from all over the world if you'd like to take a look.
And I've mostly just been cashing in on mementos, but there's a lot of stuff here. We got the Magister's Mole, Flying Kite Appearance, the Golden Lion. We're definitely seeing much more to actually buy now. Yeah, I've been spending all the stuff on mementos because that ties into being able to do upgrades back at the lighthouse. So that seems to be like very valuable. The Pillars of Kalshrok, stone, an ancient manuscript. We are the foundations of the Great Tig. Kalshrok stands until the last of us falls. And a pungent perfume. The closer one is to the grand necropolis, the thicker the perfume grows. And a council of spirits. This book appears to tell the story of a debate held centuries ago between a Tevinter Magister and a spirit speaking through a Ravani seer. I'll be back for you.
I've never travelled, but when this war is over, I'm going to go everywhere.
We have all sorts of medicines here for all sorts of people. You need anything for your comfort?
So
You let
try
Tia know.
anything on?
We have grenade belts and healing belts.
Tia can help.
Ooh, we got some crows. You can see their fashion immediately.
Would you like to see what we have?
If the butcher cares so much for Treviso, he'll make sure we have the proper ingredients for this risotto.
Welcome. Whether you're looking for functional blades or authorized display replicas, you're in the right place.
That's crazy that I looked at this guy and I was like, I know exactly what he's going to sound like. Not the stereotype, but I was like, I know exactly what he's going to sound like. He sounded exactly like that. The Night Sword, balanced for swift fighting. This blade allows its wielder to close the gap on their enemies in a blink. So some more appearance stuff. Another guitar and a veil piercer +2. I guess the voice comes with the moustache, I reckon.
Replicas of Belladonna's daggers from Hard in Hightown.
Varric's Hard in Hightown story so popular, they're even doing replicas of things from it. Incredible. I'm really not a fan of certain NPCs having a speech bubble, me getting excited, and it just being only one line of dialogue, and
Welcome.
there isn't any like follow-up dialogue. I think that's really disappointing. Like the character isn't talking to you, they're just talking to themselves, or they're talking to someone, but there's no response to what they're saying. And it feels unfinished, and I'm like, is my game bugged? It doesn't feel correct.
Don't let those untimed trouble you. Please, come by.
And like,
You like.
that Canary was like explaining that they weren't Antam to someone. I'm a healer, you know, and I'm a Canary as well. And there's been no dialogue about that. I'm not like walking past citizens and they're not talking to me a particular way. You know, we know how Ferelden treats the elves and people like that. I'm wondering if they're afraid to include that type of dialogue.
She stitched it well enough.
Because we have no confirmation how other Canary are being treated. I don't know how I would feel if I feel welcomed or not. We have a Canary merchant who's also in the crows, from what I can see here. And a Nug statue in a crow mask.
Anything catch your eye?
Which is so wild. Hala's Resolve. These clear, resounding instruments are made from the seasonal shed of a single lineage of Hala, a trade of mutual respect that began when Antiva stood strong with the Dales. We got some tapestry. Grey Wardens drinking blighted blood as they are initiated into the Order. That's a secret! That's supposed to be a secret. What? Where'd you get this? Where did you obtain Grey Warden secrets in Antiva? Nobody's supposed to know about the blood drinking. I guess over the last few years, they got a little bit careless and everyone was like, so how are Grey Wardens made anyway? Well, the Grey Warden laid to rest after giving their life to slay an archdemon. And artist sketches of the wings of various creatures and the horns of various creatures.
You know what you like.
Someone just casually with, nice, with an Antivan sprig. A child's practice blade with faded paint, color of old blood. Singular, but also somehow common. Treasured by many an Antivan youth, but always lost when coming of age.
It must be hard, dealing with the Antam.
This occupation will not last. The Antivan crows remain. And one day, I will see a knife through every would-be tyrant's throat.
Hey, we're climbing.
She didn't come back. She said too much. They were listening and they won't let us speak to her.
It's also really inconsistent where there'll be NPCs that have the speech bubble, and then there'll be NPCs that will talk without the speech bubble. There's no way to tell. So I'm not going this way yet.
The Butcher seems more reasonable than most Antam, but he still doesn't want any mages in the city.
Well, yeah. You know what they do to their own mages, bro? Cerebos are not to be messed with.
The Antam ordered me out of my house. I don't have anywhere else to go.
We've got zip lines that we can't use at current. What are you saying?
Maybe my aunt would take me in. But it's so far to Selani.
Just bumping into that person.
We have arrived.
A casino? Nice setup.
Welcome to the Cantori Diamond.
Grappling hook? A Viper's Breath. The Caretaker's Workshop can now be upgraded. Nice. There's a grappling hook spelt like that. Viper's Breath. Seemingly harmless on inspection, but lethal to those given its counterpart, possibly years earlier. It said if a single drop should hit the canals, 100 contracts would come due. A white liqueur. Oh, okay. With hints of elderflower and dark intent. Served with 3 coffee beans and a smile not shared by the eyes. Colorless, guileless, harmless. Now we have you.
You're the client.
This is Rook. Did you want a drink? I promise not to let Viago near it.
Viago de Riva, 5th Talon. And this is Caterina della Morte, first Talon of the Crows.
An honor. And you are?
Ilario della Morte, her grandson. What brings you here?
Right. My target is a pair of elven gods, or that's what they call themselves. They're ancient blighted mages. My detective says you have a man who brought blood mages and Venatori to their knees.
Lucanus. My grandson. They called him the demon of Vyrantium. He was the one who did those jobs.
So I'm assuming that most of the people that we're going to come across companion-wise are all going to be tied to our factions as well. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Like, you've got your Veil Jumpers companion, you've got your Shadow Dragons companion, Crows, Morn Watchers, that kind of thing. So you'll be able to, like, relate to those specific companions, I suppose. And then when you meet people like this, because if I was in the Crows, I think Deriva would be my last name, so I'd be associated with this whole thing. Which is really interesting. So when it's our time to go to Navarra, we'll get our like Morn Watcher specific dialogue and backstory. I'm looking forward to that.
Sounds like there's more to it.
Lucanus della Morte is dead. He was killed a year ago now.
What I say doesn't leave this room. The body our people brought back was not my grandson. It was dressed in his clothing, but it had been altered with blood magic to have his face.
My cousin is still alive? And you didn't think to tell me?
His ship was attacked. We knew someone sold him out. So you kept your suspicions to yourself.
But you brought it up now. Why?
I've had eyes on the Venatori ever since they took my grandson from me. They were hunting your dread wolf. And what you did to his ritual threw them into disarray. They made mistakes, and now I have a location. The Ossuary, where the demon of Vyrantium is kept. Find this Ossuary. Free Lucanus. You'll have your god killer. And I'll have my grandson.
Alright, seems pretty straightforward.
Come. Caterina arranged a boat. One of our mages will meet us there.
A boat?
Did you think the Venatori would keep a normal prison? Or that one could hold the demon of Vyrantium? The Ossuary lies beneath the sea. A fact I learned mere minutes ago.
Secret and excessive. Sounds like Venatori.
You're not happy Caterina kept this from you.
Would you be? Lucanus is family. Maybe she thought I'd act too rash if it meant saving him. And now, who can say if he's even still alive? There.
Are you coming with us?
It's possible we've been watched. If all of us vanish from the dock, you play the alluring hero. I know Treviso. If we have a tail, I have a better chance of distracting their interest.
Antivan prison time. This is exciting. Zevran's going to be in the prison, guys. He was being too foolish by having threesomes with all of the main characters of the Dragon Age series in the past.
So how do we get in?
You'll see.
Someone or something already took down the guards.
Might work in our favor, but something's wrong here. Let's hope we find our demon alive.
So we're underwater? We got our little underwater bubble prison. The Ossuary. That's really cool. You'll see. And by you'll see, I mean we'll fade to black real quick and then you'll be there. Alright. Underwater prison. Ooh. Query on prison staff. Calavan, the other wardens don't want to go near that crow's cell anymore. Can't we get someone else to do it? Slaves, maybe? Ovidius. I was wondering if we would have different, like, gravity underwater.
Look.
Oh, that's so cool.
This is the ossuary. This doesn't look like any prison I've seen.
I don't think I'll ever have an issue with just how beautiful and gorgeous the environments are. They've done such an incredible job. How do you have water underwater? Oh my god, it's a SpongeBob conundrum. Water? Underwater? Oh no, it's a crack to the bubble, isn't it? Because we're in like a bubble, so it's like a water leak coming in. We're not technically... I thought it was like magic bubble where we were still like underwater and we could just breathe because magic. But no, this makes much more sense. Someone better get on that stat. And I now understand where we are. See, if we didn't fade to black, maybe I'd have a bit more understanding when she said, "You'll see." Because I didn't understand the how the environment worked yet. So we're basically, think Jar Jar Binks taking us to Ottagunga, and we go in the bubbles. Gravity and all that is normalized.
Well, not going that way.
The Venatori set up shop in an elven ruin. It's a wonder anything works.
I can't believe all this is underwater. If the enchantments containing this place ever failed...
Nervous about that, or the job in general? Not everyone deals with the Antiban crows, unless to tell about it.
We're up against gods. A demon might come in handy.
Yeah, right. Oh man, that dude. Yo! That's one heck of an impalement right there.
A barrier. Whatever's in there, the Venatori really want it to stay put.
Then we break through.
Oh. Very high security, these Venatori gates.
All right, we're almost through.
I am Nearest. I was Nearest. We are Nearest. Got an uncommon amulet for quickened duration. Just trying to open my inventory. Could probably, yeah, let's put that ring on. inaccessible. Ovidius, no, we can't get the slaves to do it. We use them all as test subjects. We don't have the budget for any more. Do you think slaves just grow on trees? Get the juniors to do their jobs.
We don't have to fight. We're just here for Lucanus Delamorte. Get ready.
Good talk.
Rising hail, dragon of mystery. Lucican, dragon of night. Hear your faithful call.
I'm guessing you're the reason we're here.
Who are you? Who sent you?
My name's Rook. Katerina sent me.
Katerina. But you're not a crow.
My name is Puss. In boots.
I'm your way out.
Rook, he's possessed by a demon.
It's complicated.
Katerina promised us a mage killer if we broke you out of here.
I can still work.
Good. Because I'm pretty sure more Venatori are on their way. We have to get moving.
They have a vial of my blood. They can use it to control me. I cannot leave it in their hands. And I had a contract when I was captured. One of my targets is here. Caliban. Crows don't break contracts.
Yes, the famous Crow contract. So you want a prison break, a blood heist, and assassination help just to get you out of here?
I'll owe you.
I'm sure we'll owe each other before this is all over. Let's go.
New party member unlocked.
So, first order of business?
Blood first, then my target, Caliban, the prison warden.
Where do we find them?
In the tower. There's a bridge.
Not anymore. We'll have to find another way across.
I'm gonna like having Lucanus in my party, I think. Look at those giant fish. There's always a bigger fish. Alright, mate. I want to see ya. Get in here. Let's take a look at you. Look at the weapons on this guy. So, 2 daggers, a short sword, a rapier, and a chest dagger, and some vials of things. And then a boot dagger. And don't even tell me what he's packing in his underwear. That's fun. Is that another knife in his back too? He's got he's got the back knife also. Very well kempt. Covert leathers. These sleek, form-fitting leathers keep an assassin protected without making noise or getting in the way of a job. The slender dagger. Just one of many. A simple dagger for a simple death. In the hands of a crow like Lucanus, it's more than enough to start and finish the job. And a balanced EP. The uncommon rapier. I call this my balanced EP. A long, thin fencing blade with a snaking guard, ideal for precise rapid strikes. Cute. No trinkets. How could you not join my party with any trinkets? Debilitate, necrotic. Lucanus opens up his enemies with a debilitating strike. And abominate. Lucanus sweeps the area with demonic strength. Deals high barrier damage and applies knockdown to enemies in the area. So, Lucanus is possessed by a demon. We got an interesting spin on the whole Anders and Justice character with Lucanus. Instead of being possessed by a spirit, we've got a demon possession instead. We're really curious to see how that'll go. So he's got some fancy purple wings that appear when he's doing stuff. I'm assuming that's the demon side of him.
Mages, my specialty.
Redouble your efforts.
chance. Death is not granted.
I am liking seeing that red lyrium. Security
the blood
key.
vial. Where do we go?
Caliban keeps it under guard. Blood is the only thing that can bind a demon. If they lose it,
then it's chaos.
It's going into like that similar thing of like the Chantry or the Templars having the blood vials of the mages to be able to track them too.
What was going on here?
Living prisoners for blood magic. Blood magic to summon spirits.
any spirit can become a demon. Zara didn't give them a choice.
Zara?
Zara Renata. There might be a higher-ranking Venatori somewhere, but I don't know of one. This place is all her.
Venatori blood magic. The Dragon's Decoy. An overly complicated container that radiates magic. A simple attempt to scry within reveals extensive but time-consumingly contradictory rebellion plans. It ends up in the Venatori hands surprisingly and usefully often. Failed experiments. Felicia, what exactly does she expect me to do? It's been over 300 days now. It was supposed to take a week at most. If Zara's brilliant process failed, how does she expect me to salvage it? Caliver.
Possessed corpses must be common in a place like this.
Zara Renata's work. This place exists for her to make new, worse kinds of demons.
Red wolf statue. Right. Be like, can I jump up there? Let's go here. There you go. That. Take that. Now I can go here. Yo. 20% healing received. We got our first rare item now. On the lookout for one of them power stones.
Venatori ahead.
Mine.
There it is. Dude, the slow motion, I love that so much. So with projectiles, when I'm two-handing, instead of blocking it with the shield and sending it back, I like hit it up and then I smack it back like a baseball, and that is so fun. Shooting their projectiles back at them with that is so great. Oh, you... Guys, I was gonna do a cool little thing. I was waiting for the move. Okay. Hold on a minute. Oh, okay. You're free now. From life.
Never heard of an abomination who wasn't a mage.
I've seen demons possess corpses, ashes, and hair ones.
At least this one's got good taste.
Going into this room. Ossuary records on prisoner 20, incubation 18 days, emergence, rapacity, sent to Vyrantium. Careful, bro. I have a Ravini Thornback. This broad shield, no, hang on, named after a lizard common along the Ravini coast. This shield's spiked face discourages attacks as much as it defends against them. Now, I left my companions behind, so I wanna see what happens. They know how to teleport. You can't get them stuck. You go, what if we just jump to the gap? Clearly my character isn't able to.
The vial of blood the Venatori took from you.
It's for blood magic, to control me, and the demon. Until it's gone, I cannot touch Caliban.
We've been here before? Yeah, we're just circling all the way around now. Yes, this is where we first started. Because now we can go across the bridge, I guess. Or something will happen.
Okay, now what?
What are you? Fine. He says he can get us across.
Who is he?
The demon. He says there's something here. Something he can grab hold of in the Fade. It's close.
Lucanus can ask Spite. The demon is called Spite. Spite's Reach.
Easy and...
The demon pulled all of that from the Fade.
I'm as surprised as you.
We're on a timer. Right? He's as surprised as me, so Spite has never done this. How long has he been possessed for? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But he's never done that before.
Trouble ahead.
The Fabricator.
Venatori at odds with their creation. Not surprised they lost control.
Blood mages, they never learn. Zara can summon all the demons she wants, but they don't have to obey her.
Baseball. Goodbye, Fabricator. Baseball.
What did Zara want all these undead for?
Nothing. Those are the failures.
If those are failures, what does success look like?
She took the best results out a few days ago, but some of the demons she created are still here.
Okay. We got a new rune. Dagger. Glaciate. All of your weapon attacks deal cold damage for 20 seconds. Okay, so... change the active one. There we go. So I can do Besiege or Glaciate. Token of true flight. Many archers have talismans like this to help them feel grounded and steady, but such an effect can be useful for anyone. Projectile ability damage. Gold chest out there for me. It's got my name on it. Dark Shard, common longsword. Ooh, it does necrotic damage. A relic of Old Tevinter. This is an improvised but effective weapon often found in catacombs beneath Minrathous. Sharp despite its age. Yeah. Let me take a look at that. It's funny that when you're doing appearance, it makes it so you can actually see your sword and shield at the same time, your two-handed weapons in the character screen. I want to see that in the game itself. Oh, my sword is glitched. I'm supposed to be holding it, but it's okay. The invisible the invisible Canary sword. So now it just looks like I have a really cool fist punch attack. There we go. We have sword now. And you can do a cool little sword strike and be like, yeah, that's my photo mode, baby. How are you looking? Very serious. So slot you in there. Demons.
They're all yours.
Nice little prison break there. Ossuary records on prisoner 36. 9 days. Misery. Sent to Manus Pell. A twin-edged pick. 2. Already another 1. I like the necrotic damage though. This mining pick's tip is sharp enough to puncture through enemies' defenses.
Caliban, you said he's the one in charge?
No, he's a lackey. He runs this place for a powerful magister. He was my target a year ago. Now we both want him dead.
We, meaning?
Demons don't forgive.
Power crystals reappear at their starting position when damaged. Okay. A small painted box. A practice puzzle box for securing messages. Once painted, repeatedly buried, countless times passed between secret hands. It opens manually. Attempts to scry the contents will trigger 6 spring-loaded spikes. It's the Hellraiser cube. Raven Opal seems to want to be left or dropped, to find its way between the cracks and never be seen again. Ranged attack damage. So when you're carrying one of these, you can't jump. I'm just carrying it with me just in case it pops up, so I don't have to, like...
50?
Yeah.
There's something off. I've done something.
Then why this place exists? This is what success looks like.
What if you all died? What about that? Yeah, I'll take a power core with me just in case I need to, like, drop it in somewhere and I don't have to backtrack.
Take this shot!
The death blow of Yata +2.
Let me hit him first, then you can take him down. Take him down!
Dual-wielding enemy, pretty cool.
Well, that's not good.
We may not have much time. This way. There's a shortcut.
Lead the way.
I'm on it.
on a timer, but then I probably should have done this first. Must collect every single useless item. I'll fall to my death, watch this. Like, I can feel that I'm going to fall to my death here, I think.
As you wish.
This demon of yours is not very powerful. We can't even hold this for a minute.
I'll handle it.
I guess we get entering areas like this, you want to like explore as much as possible, because like I don't know if we'll be able to come back to specific like story locations. Like I reckon we'll be able to go and walk through Treviso again, but I don't know if we're going to be able to come here again, similar to like Demeter's Crossing. We're probably not going to be able to go back there again. So I think it's like areas like this where you probably want to make sure that you go through and find items and supplies and stuff. I don't know if I assume that there wouldn't be anything that's like missable. If you don't pick up certain items here, you'll be able to buy it or find it elsewhere. But the lore, we gotta find the lore.
Or we'll find those on the way.
I know it's here. We can smell it.
Well, all right then.
These people, they were tortured.
Very few people survive Colivan's rehabilitation.
You did.
Amaza Cafe. The coffee killer. This pomace brandy is swirled in a still warm cup and sipped on the move, following the Antivan custom of demitase in the dining room, murder in the den.
Wait, we cannot go after Colivan yet. Not while he has my blood.
Okay. That'll be where we end up going then, gotcha. These incredible environmental puzzles of follow the red line back to the source.
The crystals that power it.
2 left.
We just do that from here. I didn't even have to walk over this twin buckle binding. Ah! Well, that's an important statue. It's busted, but that's the Flemeth one because it's got the dragon wings, right?
There. Just one crystal between us and the other side of that barrier.
I can count. Thank you.
That's it. The barrier should be down.
Let's see what's on the other side.
We were just in here, weren't we?
Venatori never do anything subtle. Look at that thing.
There. That's the one. It has to be.
Damn. Venatori correspondence. Caliban, who know as well as I do how demanding Zara can be, nothing less than perfection is ever acceptable. Of course, she's not going to accept that the crow is a failure of her method. Just kill him. Perhaps the demon will manifest when he dies. Felicia Ehrman. Definitely loving being able to see new areas of Thedas. Coming to spots like this is really enjoyable. It's like, let's go to secret underwater prison. Just us being in Tevinter in general is so fun. Ravani, you know, Antiva. Hey-ya! Look at all that blood.
It's finally gone.
So now what?
Now we find Caliban.
Well, alright then. Fulfill the contract.
Anything we should know about Caliban?
You want to hear about his torture methods or something else? We didn't chat.
It's fine. We can talk about something else. What's Katerina like?
After so long in this pit, I barely remember.
Oh, this was entirely unnecessary. Zara and her little jests. He's already the demon of Vyrantium. Won't this be ironic? Hilarious. And now look at the mess you've made of my facility. She always leaves me to clean up.
So this is Caliban.
He is. The target I was sent for a year ago. A crow never abandons a contract.
Okay.
What did they offer you in exchange for my life, Crow? Was it worth it?
Hello.
Oh, you brought ruffians with you. Were you lonely?
This is cool.
You are a failed experiment, not worthy of my time. The ossuary is my domain. No one leaves here.
Go away.
You will pay for your arrogance, Crow. There you go. I will put you back in your place. By blood, I command you.
Oh, okay. Oh, summons a pride demon. Cool.
They're all yours.
Oh, of course, that's a red one. get to my second rage for my other ability.
I will have order! I refuse to fall!
Here we go.
No! I will not be a victim like the others!
Oh, okay. That's what that does. Oh, whoa.
The crows send their regards.
Cool.
So, we got your target.
Yes. The job's done.
Smells like blood. Ashes. Not done, not yet.
I don't like the voice of the demon. Lucanus's voice is so good that Spite in comparison is like, yes, yummy, yummy blood ashes. Can we see the demon or not? He's looking at Lucanus, not the demon.
So we can leave, right? Lucanus? Right?
Careful. They know we're not right.
You cannot see him. I wondered.
We clearly have things to discuss. Somewhere else.
Agreed. I think it's time I got some air.
The player can see him, but not our character. Oh! Look at that. We got a skill point. Pushing into this direction. Stagger from weapon attacks, or agile attack damage charged and final attack damage. Get that. We have Lucanus, which has God's Foil. The coiled guard of this heavier foil protects its wielder's steady hand and in turn enhances the command of the weapon. Lovely. We have, when you inspect the weapon in your inventory, it should mark it as seen already. I reckon. It's like, it's not done yet. You haven't killed him enough. I think he's pretty dead. Records from the Ossuary. Numbered prison cells, each followed by a single word. Despair, shame, and horror. For page after page after page. And exploring the Ossuary. Lady Zara. I like that. It's cool. The work is progressing slower than anticipated. Though the artificers were confident that they could make use of the elven device maintaining the barrier, they were unable to extend its reach to more than a handful of yards in any direction. Most frustrating. I sacrificed the worthless fools. They gained us another 6 feet or so. What we have thus far excavated has proved most interesting. The structure appears to have served as a temple to the elven goddess Galanane. I had thought the tales of her creating various woodland creatures was mere superstition, but the holding cells and cages with the remains of animals no one can identify suggest otherwise. You should visit. I think you will find the place intriguing. Your servant, Caliban. The Skull Crusher. And intimidating as it is destructive, the severe maul has an edge that cracks into whatever it smashes. 1 second, Lucanus. I'm looting the battlefield.
Shall we go?
Yeah.
I'm ready to get out of this place.
Imagine how I feel.
Into nights. Family reunion time.
Maker.
Lucanis, what happened here? A message from Zara Renata. I can't believe it. You're home. Zara? Her people got this close?
The woman who runs the prison.
The Venatori witch who captured me.
Revenge for the breakout, maybe.
Where's Katerina?
She's...
The Venatori caught her in their confusion. I get one of you back, only to lose the other.
The off-screen death.
Someone killed the first Talon of the Crows. Now, after the gods escaped. That's not a coincidence.
Zara's been a thorn in our side before, and you said yourself, it could be revenge for your prison break.
No, Rook's right. The timing is suspicious for many reasons.
When I find Zara, I'll ask her. You just got here, and already you want to leave again? Katerina gave me a contract. I'm not breaking the last deal she ever made. And I owe Rook. Once that's done, I'll come home.
Yeah, so about that demon in you.
You haven't explained what happened in the ossuary, Lucanis.
Later.
I won't forget.
Cousin, when you find Zara, I need to be there.
We are under attack. Antam on one side and Venatori on the other. Forget revenge. We need you.
No, Viago. Sara came for us here, in my house. She took Katerina from my house. You find her and cut her heart out, Lucanis. Vi and I will hold down the fort.
I'll give her your regards, Thea.
For Katerina.
That's the attitude I like to see.
The Crows had lost a Talon, but the demon of Vyrantium was free at last.
Heyo.
Sooner or later, debts new and old would come due.
Is that Zara?
And they would all be paid in blood.
Yeah, alright. Oh, badass. Alright, I can't wait to meet her. For no reason. Lighthouse. Let's get Lucanis a bed.
They're the same thing. Mostly, kind of.
Except one will manipulate you, or kill you, or both.
But how do you get rid of them?
What's everyone talking about?
Spite.
The demon in Lucanis. When a person gets possessed, the demon usually takes control.
And they turn into a monster. The spirit just molds them however they want.
I've heard of abominations being cured by killing the demon in the Fade. That's not a sure bet, though.
Well, there's one way, but it's, well... We'd have to,
You'd have to kill me.
Oof! I'm sorry. Oof! Come on, guys. That's the dialogue option! Get this out of here. Oof!
That can't be the only solution. Can't we Reason with spite, maybe. Persuaded to leave?
Talk doesn't work on spite. He doesn't want to hurt you. How rare. Everyone else does. I want to talk to him.
Before we do, well, let's think this through some more. There has to be a solution.
I have people in Marathas I can ask, but I wouldn't get my hopes up.
All right. So what next?
Let me talk to them. I want to talk to...
Lucanus!
Nope. It's fine. I'm fine.
This is cool. So there's this element of like Lucanus seemingly has control, or he's like able to do things the way that he wants. Spike can help in regards to like, here's some platforms and stuff, and there's clearly an influence there. They can converse with each other. I love the concept that we can't see, and he's like, I don't want to talk. Give me the phone. Mom said it's my turn with the body. But he can't seem to take control at will, but he does physically impact Lucanus when he's trying to like tussle with him. I think that's really intriguing. I'm curious to see where this story will go.
What did he do that for?
Throwing a tantrum when he doesn't get his way.
But he could just take you over, make you do what he wants.
It's, not great, but kind of good news, in a way.
Can he?
Don't pretend this is all right. It wouldn't be fine if another person did it.
No, but there's nothing I can do about it. If it were another person, I could solve this with a knife. Just give me a minute. He'll get bored once everyone leaves.
The float option is over this side instead of over this side this time. Okay.
Lucanus, should you be alone now? What if we spend some time alone?
No offense, but having an abomination in the lighthouse makes me nervous.
Well, being an abomination makes me nervous too.
Lucanus.
Please.
You know what's really interesting about the "I'll keep an eye on you" dialogue is this is the voiced protagonist issue where you don't know how a character is going to say a thing, right? Because there's an element where within that context, you're like, well, I can keep an eye on you to make sure that like everything's all right. You have some alone time, but I'll keep an eye on you to make sure that you don't get killed or taken over by the demon. It can be, taken in many different ways of like how it's said here of like, I'm nervous, so blah, blah. None of that comes across when it says, I'll keep an eye on you. But when you have a not voiced protagonist, you're able to really write out the full sentence, and I would know exactly what I was about to say. And this is a reoccurring issue with voiced protagonists with a dialogue wheel instead of, your dialogue choices. So it's not just limited to this. It's Mass Effect, it's Dragon Age Inquisition, it's I think it's Dragon Age 2 as well. Even it's Fallout 4. It's that sort of approach where you're just like not expecting it to be exactly that way. Sadly, he can disapprove for all I care. With the team's help, the Demon of Vyrantium escaped his chains and completed his contract for Calivan, Warden of the Ossuary. But his reunion with the Crows was bloodied by a counterattack from Zara Renata, who struck down Katarina before his return. There's this really interesting element of the quest complete summary where the game is going, hey, this just happened. Make sure that you remember.
I should see what Nev has to say.
Don't forget what you just did. So here's a summary of what you just did. After a daring break from a Venatori prison, the team recruited famed Crow assassin Lucanus de la Morte, once known as the Demon Vyrantium. During his imprisonment, the Monarcha became literal. The Venatori forced Lucanus into possession by a demon named Spite. Lucanus has vowed to kill a pair of gods, but he'll need to deal with Spite eventually. Okay, so that makes sense. The Demon of Vyrantium was his nickname, and then he actually got possessed by a demon while he was in prison. So that's why he's not familiar with what Spite can do yet. That explains that for me. Here you go. Let me see here. Lucanus now has skill points available, so we can check this skill tree. So we've got the Eviscerate, the Soothing Potion, Debilitate, Abominate, and Adrenaline Rush, motivating you to act with renewed determination. Well, let's do damage versus low health and damage versus barrier. We'll go for the damage versus the barrier because I tend to do these abilities pretty quick. And then I'll do that for Eviscerate, because I can do attacks that overwhelm and then he can detonate on them. So let me... Eviscerate. Coming to terms with the trauma he faced means Lucanus can now work with Spite to tap into the divide between the Nev has some points available as well. When the effect ends, you gain 50 rage. Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's great. And what abilities do you currently have? You've got your Icebreaker and your Blizzard. An initial impact applies frozen. The Codex. So, the Antivan Crows. Demonology. Very nice. Calavan, you really must stop using the classical categorization for demons. I've told you 1,000 times. It's far too simple. Demons are beings of emotion. Emotion is complex. Pride is both self-esteem and mad hubris, darling. Those are the easy variations. A single word will not suffice. Our work will delve into the depths of the soul. We will bring to light the varieties of demon that our foolish contemporaries cannot even imagine. Did you see the fascinating work done by that southern cult? Fiery something or other? Fiery Promise? They attempted to seed demons into human flesh to make them stable beyond the veil. Imagine what we could discover if we did the same. Very nice. Katarina's search. A note attached to a stack of reports, maps, and other documents. Lucanus. I found these at the Diamond in Katarina's private room. They date back to the day your ship was lost, the day you were taken from us, and chased the smallest leads from Antiva to Tevinter and back again. Whatever Varric and his friends did in their pursuit of Solus caused a ripple through the Venatori ranks. It made them slip, and allowed Katarina to discover what was hidden in our waters this whole time. She never stopped looking for you, Lucanus. I thought you'd want to know. Nice. It's no more desire, sloth, and pride demons, you know? We've got more than that now. Oh, so this section is going to be where Lucanus stays. Alright. He's back here.
You asked for time. Is this long enough?
Yes, my head's clearer. Though I would kill for a decent cup of coffee.
Have you? For coffee, I mean?
Not today. You've got questions. You might as well ask them.
Dragon Age coffee. How'd you get captured?
You're the best mage killer in the Antivan Crows. So how'd the Venatori catch you?
Someone set me up. I had a contract for Colivan, in the Ossuary. I took a ship from Treviso to Minrathus. They were waiting for me. Knew which ship and when it would arrive. I don't know how they convinced the Crows I was dead, but I woke up in the Ossuary with Zara gloating about it.
I know Katarina volunteered you to work with us. Are you okay with that?
When the first talent of the Crows gives you a job, you do it. Especially if she's your grandmother. But there's plenty of reason for me to work with you beyond that, Rook.
Such as?
I owe you a debt, for one. And after a year in that hole, maybe I'm looking forward to stabbing a god or two in the back.
The Crossroads can be dicey, but the lighthouse is safe. Oh, and if you see a spirit around called the Caretaker, they're friendly.
After the ossuary, that will be a pleasant change. You haven't asked about Spite.
From what I've seen, I'd say he picked the right name.
He's stronger when I sleep, so I try not to do it much. No one was in the ossuary by choice, not even the demons. We both did what we had to get out of there.
So, if you're an abomination...
I suppose I should get used to that.
But I heard that only mages can get possessed by demons.
I'm skilled with a blade, but I promise you, without Spite, I have the magical talent of a brick. There must be some difference between a demon deceiving their way into a body and being forced into one. Only Zara knows for sure.
We should know. Is there anything in particular that upsets Spite?
Not getting his way. Getting his way and not liking the outcome.
Sounds like a child.
Have you seen a child when they realize they don't control the world? Except Spite's anger has real power behind it. Leave Spite to me. If he's trapped in this world, he has good reason to fight for it. For now, I must honor our contract. Gods, magic, politics. Things are going to get very bloody.
Carnus's Logbook 1. Dawn. Exercises, breakfast, mid-morning, weapon maintenance and inventory. Midday, meeting with Nev and Harding. Solace and Blighted Gods. Midday meal. Late afternoon, exercises and meeting with Balara, Lighthouse and Alluvians. Evening, supper preparations and correspondence with Crows. Nearing midnight, study. Every hour seems accounted for, but it's difficult to know for certain. There was no day or night in the ossuary. Now at this lighthouse, the sky offers little hint to the true time in the world. Hey, when are you talking with me? And then Lucanus's Logbook 2, exercises, breakfast, weapon maintenance, meeting with Nev, Harding, and Balara, possible movement from gods, midday meal, search library, late after, the handwriting abruptly alters. A piece cut from the all, golden stranded weaves, protection cage, keep them out, keep me in. Drawn below is a decagonal diagram of perfectly even intersecting geometric lines. The demon had a little late night diary entry. Codex has an issue with like you needing to like highlight it again even after you've read it for it to be ticked off. I guess that's a good thing if you've like accidentally opened it and read it. Like if you press the touchpad to open it and you didn't mean to, it'll still be unread later. So it does have its uses. Alright, so we can go and check in with Nev and looking at the map. New quest available. Alright, well, let's talk with Balara. Oh, you've shut the dome. How's it coming along? Is it working?
Oh, Rook! Good to see you. Irelin and Strife sent word. Some of the artifacts we have in storage are acting up. They need a hand to make sure they stay calmed and don't rip a hole in reality. Anyways, we can go whenever you're ready.
Echoes of the past. Companion quest. Now, apparently we're able to upgrade with the amount of mementos we obtained.
I will answer.
We're ranking up with the Caretaker a lot more than we have with anyone else so far. Alright. Alright. Upgrades. Done. We want to check in with Nev, or we want to get this new quest at the table? Let's do Nev first. Hello, Nev. Hello, Wisps.
The Shadow Dragons have a hideout in Docktown. We should check in, see if there's news on the Venatori. If the Venatori move, the Shadows will hear it first. Meet you in Docktown.
Alright. More Nev in Docktown. The Shadows of Minrathous. And let's see what else the game is giving us. Note from the Crows. Rook, the Arlathan occupying Treviso think they can outlast the Crows. You believe it is time to prove them wrong. Come see us when you can. Tell. Okay, a slow poison. Hopefully we get some Canary-specific interactions with the Arlathan if we go there. I'll be quite curious to see how that'll play out.
So, Scout Harding glows now? Is that a thing everyone's doing, or just her?
Well, you see, Varric, there's this thing with the dwarves and the stone and lyrium and magic and stuff, and in Dragon Age Inquisition DLC we learned about that that stuff, by the way. You were there 10 years ago. Also, you're in the Fade and you're a dwarf. Did you know that? So is Lise Harding. Isn't it amazing? This is Varric's second time being forced into the Fade when he's like, this shouldn't work somehow. But here I am. I wonder if every time we go into the room he'll like talk about things, because I want to be like, Varric, we have this guy now, Lucanus. He's like, I'm tired. Don't bother me, kid. I've been taken off the board. Alright, so in the Crossroads, Nev is required for the Shadows of Minrathous quest, which is our current quest. We can pop open the journal for our other things, so finding ways to locate Alluvians. We have companion quests, so Balara can check the artifacts, find an Alluvian that leads to Arlathan Forest, help Harding practice her ability, find an Alluvian that leads to Arlathan Forest. So both of those are in the same location. Gate of Lost Ages, Slow Poison to return to Treviso. Corruption in the Crossroads. Let's have a look at Harding's unfamiliar scent. So she checked in with us about this new ability of hers. So we'll bring Harding and Lucanus together. So we can't warp directly there because we have to actually find a Alluvian. 100 meters away. So we need 3 Revenant Essence to do something like that, and I guess we spent the 1 Revenant Essence we picked up that time. I don't think it stays with us in our inventory or anything. That will remain blocked. Looks like that's going to be a different pathway for us. Yeah, so this was the pathway we went to before, which was Mornwatch aesthetic. So I guess we're going to be going to a new area of the Crossroads.
The caretaker must be regaining control of the Crossroads.
There we go. I believe we read that already. Again, it's hard to tell when it's just notes out in the wild instead of it going into our codex. Alright, a new entry of... new entrance.
The deeper currents.
So this will be the Alluvian to Arlathan Forest.
That scent. I can't place it.
Coffee. Like Hilario and I smelled in the kitchen where we grew up, but that cannot be right.
Could be magic from the ancient elves.
Magic elven coffee. What is with this coffee obsession? Okay, so elven related part of the Crossroads.
Oh! The Antam. Here.
What? Okay. Antam in the Crossroads. They're fighting demons.
Time to fight!
We need to close in.
Nice, Rook! Take him out! They're at range.
Just say when. Get clear. Now's your chance.
First the Crossroads Guardians, and now the Antam. Stay alert.
The memories of forests. This carved symbol is a common woods marker. Examination unveils a scrapbook of memories drawn from forests in the real world. Seasons flicker past in moments of green and gold, blossom and ice. The brief lives of animals are tiny compared to the inexorable stretch of roots and the rising crowns of branches. One memory stings painfully. A shout goes up, and strangers armed with magical fire move in the night. Figures flee between a burning sky and blackened trunks, crying for justice. They vanish, and the forests swallow any trace. Shoots grow from the ashes, and wandering Hala tread long bones into the earth. The memories fade. That Dreadwolf imagery. Kind of like a Starry Night sort of aesthetic.
Look, the statue that controls those bridges is broken. It doesn't matter. We can figure this out.
You were saying?
Gonna face each other again? Alright, so we're seeing like... Oh, okay, so we can see the part of the Crossroads here that we've already discovered. Treviso, Docktown, and then just Mystery Alluvians. And then a part that we haven't... Oh, that's where we started. Cool, okay, so it's cool that we can see the different areas all at once. Where was the other statue? Not yet, no. Oh, there's one right here. Oh, and there's a third one there. Oh, hang on.
Targets ahead.
On to you.
So, turning that statue to this activated a bridge. Turning that to that one activated that bridge.
Trouble spotted.
Say the word.
Oh, I did the wrong one.
Take it down.
guess we poke this one at... There we go. Done.
We got company. Finish it. The crows always get their target.
Alright. We have summoned bridges to get across. So it feels like this area is clearly a much more open space for us to get optional things that aren't really super story-based. So in a situation where I'd probably go and explore the Crossroads to find items or to head to quest markers, we might cut the fluff. Similar to like the hinterlands, the Dragon Age Inquisition, for example, if it's just sort of running around engaged in combat, you know, it's easier to just focus on the actual story developments. However, when we come up against cool new enemies, that's also quite fun. Whatever these things are.
Coming at range.
We need to close in.
Everyone all right? A lot of new enemies for us to look out for sure. That look pretty cool. Nice. That's looking pretty good outside of the stagger. Final attack damage is good. Weird, like, corrupted animals, but they're like undead, but also sprouting flowers. Nice. Wings of Antiva. Feathered molding of this chest plate. I was reading that. The feathered molding of this chest plate puts pride in the crows over the wearer's heart, while also protecting the heart from attacks. Very nice. Ilvanon's Haven. Alright, let's take a look inside.
Those figures are everywhere. The spirits? Worshippers?
Have to find out. Damn, I was just upgrading her previous armor. We've got this now. Hey, Scout's Compassion.
Ready when you are.
All right, everyone.
All undead. That's not good. The gods must have plans for them here too.
On it.
Take them out. That's room for you. work, everyone.
Elegy to a dead spirit. Sketched on living bark, these Veilfire runes impart the sensations of both ancient dignity and a piercing grief. That which is ephemeral changes, the ephemeral in others. The light of being never goes unseen. Far-sown memories remain, though you are no memory. What endures now has no name, save yours. Leveled up, so a skill point. We're gonna fix our maximum range.
Be ready.
Since when do the Antam fight alongside undead? They must have tied the Qun into knots justifying Buzz Carter as allies.
I like my character's knowledge of the Qun coming in dialogue there. That's very nice. So they're like, how are they working with the Qun, with the undead? They're like, yeah, we'll make it work, guys. Are we finding loopholes in how the Canari operate under the Qun? Cathedral of Roots. When we first started, this was a safe place for spirits who joined our cause to find peace from the stress of battle. Now, I don't know. But a lot of spirits use it any longer. Have they grown stronger, or has the fight against the Evanurus made demons of us all? Damn. That's a cool line. Evanurus altars require you to destroy several targets to receive the blessing of the gods. Okay. Read our Heart of Andraste. Okay, so there are Evanurus altars in the game. I got 100 health. Okay. So you find an altar and you hit things and then you get a blessing. If you want to open up a magically locked door by the Venatori, you hit things, then it will open. The answer to saving the world from a warrior standpoint clearly is punch the thing, and that'll fix it.
The demon of Vyrantium, huh? And they called you that before the demon.
Ah, you don't have that enchanted barbed arrow in your quiver because you think it's pretty.
It is, though, isn't it? The red shimmer is the enfeebling magic, and the spike tip is designed to splinter inside the target.
Very nice.
I thought you'd like that. I really hope I don't have to use it, though. Cost me a lot of gold.
That's why you only have the one.
Well, I only need one. Especially from this close.
Alright then. We'll see about that arrow coming up as an important thing. Like, I got this one special arrow. Okay, so we head back and we can go this way. The Harding's thing. New exploration level unlocked. Arlathan Forest. A new exploration level is available. Return to this location via the world map or through the Crossroads Alluvion to explore and complete additional quests. Lights in the distance. Whatever strange realm this mirror has taken me to, it has been sundered somehow. I see a bright light of another island in the distance, but with no bridge, it remains a figment. Is this some land destroyed in the war between the Evanurus and the Forgotten Ones? Keeper Horwin. We got a Evanurus and Forgotten Ones mention, as well as an Elven Keeper ending up in the Crossroads. Being like, what the hell? But this is the Alluvian discovered. Oh. Okay. Yes, these Alluvians have yet to reveal their true nature to us at this time of what they're capable of, but you can kind of get an idea of the aesthetic once more. There's more of that sort of Grey Warden Weishaupt aesthetic here, so maybe there'll be the situation where multiple Alluvians that we discover will go to different places that are tied to those quest lines. Reflections on an Alluvian. Tucked under a stone, these notes are a mixture of Kunlat and the common tongue. The breath of purpose is extinguished, the others have returned to their roles, or they have vanished into the roads beyond. Should I return? My role awaits me, and I am here. The worlds I have dreamed of are close. The Qun teaches that every step on the path represents the choice to continue or perish, for only the dead remain still. In choosing, we go toward wisdom, or away, toward the true self, or away. I stand before the mirrors and see a single being struggling with a choice, but solitude is illusion, struggle is illusion. In a reflection, the path forward looks like the path behind. Only one finds truth by passing through. Cool. One of the Canari that were traveling through the Alluvians during the Trespasser DLC, perhaps? So I think we found our Arlathan Alluvian here. This has Balara and Harding quest lines. Oh, so this has dropped us exactly at the camp. Nice. So Balara's quest is close by, and a new quest is available.
If what happened at Demeter's Crossing spreads.
Not much we can do to stop it. You have to attack it at the source.
Elgarnan and Gillanane.
The whole village? Covered in blight, I heard. What could do such a thing? I hear it's Elgarnan and Gillanane.
I won't believe it. Can't be. Our very own gods trying to kill us all. Lot of weird things lurking in the forest. I got the goods to kill most all of them.
We are going to hear Elgarnan and Gillanane so much. Alright, upgrade available. Shop rank number 2. Let's go. Veil shop has been upgraded. Very nice. And we can sell our valuables for a lot of gold and a lot of specific Veil Jumper reputation. So this is what we're getting into in terms of the valuables we find and increasing our reputation. God, we need even more items to rank up. We can now upgrade certain things. More accessories, straight up materials, which is actually pretty good for our upgrades. Our collectibles, which you can see which ranks we have to be for those. Let's get the Pocket Frog. The master cut away all that was not glory, and their perfection was witnessed by a singular vault. June said sweep in their wake, and make each imperfection a shared simple joy. And then Elven Frog figurine. This golden mechanical frog carved in angular ancient elven style was sure to please any elven explorer. So we actually have gifts in this game. We get our first gift, which is for Balara, so it tells you who it's for, which is fun. I think in Dragon Age Origins with the gifts, it was so funny to be like, who would this apply to? You'd be like, you had to know your character to know what sort of gift they would like. I liked that because it had a sense of realism to it that if you didn't know your characters properly or weren't paying attention, you could just gift them any item and they'd be like, oh, cool, thanks. I don't really know what this is. I think that's pretty great. We got some appearance stuff. Again, we find ourselves in the sort of situation where I'm like, I wish I could preview this stuff before I buy it. I'm kind of hoping for that to be brought into a patch at some point. They'll allow that as a thing. In terms of selling valuables, we may as well just sell it and grab the gold. It seems that we'll always have more valuables to pick up. So increase that veil jumper strength.
Safe travels.
Quest acquired, fit for a veil jumper. Hello, I would like this, please. From Ireland's Journal. Who's this Morrigan? Oh, is Morrigan sitting in the camp, by the way? Or has she just disappeared? We'll find out. Strife brought in a mage named Morrigan. They have some kind of history. I don't care much for her. This is our forest. We've been defending it. Now she wanders in like she rules Arlathan. Farther down the page. After I wrote that, I asked about her. Morrigan may be uppity, but I guess anyone with her family would be. They say her mother was Flemeth, a legendary witch of the wilds that we still tell tales about. She has a bunch of witch daughters all over the place. Some say Flemeth was immortal, so I don't know what that makes Morrigan. Scary, I guess. They say Morrigan's an incredibly dangerous mage, that she's into blood magic, she's a shapeshifter, she can turn into a dragon. And she was advisor to the Inquisition, and she's had more lovers than trees in the forest. But only one husband and one son. She wanders the world being mysterious, popping up whenever it suits her fancy. I don't know what's truth or not, but I'm watching my back around her. Now, you know what would be really great if they did include stuff where it's like they say this and they say that, where it's sort of like rumor and hearsay from people who don't specifically know about her, and it can be rumors about all of the different ways that Morrigan can have history with us as players. More lovers than trees in a forest. She can sleep with the warden, with Alistair, with Logain, and she can have a kid. The kid stuff isn't mentioned. She can turn into a dragon, mentioned from Flemeth being able to teach that is an interesting one. Is Morrigan here? She is. She's just standing there.
When did the troubles begin?
Recently, around the time Solus's ritual went wrong.
The animals sensed it right away, before we even knew. Whole flocks of birds scattered to the wind. I figured something wicked was brewing. Then the holler made scarce, and I knew for sure.
Yeah. So Morrigan is now just here. Scribbled note. Darren, I really should have insisted to Melia that she leave the depths of the forest earlier. I knew something was wrong. My magic felt different. The air felt charged. Even the wind rustling through the leaves sounded like a warning. She told me to go ahead, to wait by the river. I was there with the others when we started seeing the lights in the sky. Her Aravel never made it out. I'm so sorry. Morrigan. So this is the thing about the game that is an interesting pain point, because you don't have the ability to talk to NPCs. You don't have the ability to just freely talk to characters. And it's very clear that there is this way that they're like, we can't really have you talk to Morrigan, because what are you going to say? You're going to try and learn more about her and she can't tell you who she is, right? Because there's no dialogue options that are really safe with her, because you know what everyone's going to want to ask her and talk to her about, and you can't because there's no story choices involving her. Be like, hey, any drink from any fancy elven wells lately? So, what do you do? What's your history? Got any kids, ma'am? Got any wardens searching for the cure to the calling, perhaps? Nothing? Okay. Have a good day, ma'am. Perhaps we should gather our party and we should have Balara and Harding, because both their quests are related to this location, and we'll drop Lucanus back home. I'm glad that the beacons are numerous, to the point where you can freely switch around your characters, get a healthy amount of banter as well. That feels good. You can kind of cycle through them and make sure you get characters that are related to their companion quests around the place. Very nice.
Watch ahead.
For sure. Finish it.
Hold on a minute. The new quest available is on this boat. Are we able to go back to Demeter's Crossing after all? Oh.
I can't move. Can't I move? My legs.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Have a spirit struggling to contend with the fact that they're a spirit.
No way out. No way through the rock. What's closing in darkness, closing in. Voice is gone. No one is coming. I can't get a breath. Oh, please let me see him one last time.
Maybe if we found the people the spirit's talking about, that might help.
Trapped. Can't get out. Oh, it hurts. It's dark. Please. They didn't know what to do. They didn't want to die. Stop the thoughts. Stop the fears. Quiet, please. Make it quiet.
It's really upset, and if it stays like this, it could turn into a demon, I mean.
Could this spirit sense the agony of the Dalish who recently died in the forest?
Help them. Help me. I fixed the mirror. I fixed it. Why is it still ruining everything?
Fix the mirror, huh? And where's that? Oh, man. Okay. Discover the fate of the Dalish clan. So a region quest line out that way.
Stop. This isn't you.
Another statue. There's an elf out there somewhere who really likes owls.
I think these locations are now properly open when they were restricted before. Okay, we can start the quest here, which might go in there. Let's do it. Harding wants to get better at using his strange new abilities.
This should be perfect. It's wide open, lots of rocks, and away from people. I don't want to try anything where I could hit someone.
Oh, this sounds exciting.
I know. Come on.
Harding's encouraged that you think of our new magic as a gift.
Useful for a scout.
Getting up high, for good vantage.
Let's try it out for practice.
All right. See this rock? I'm gonna move it. Oh, awkward. Why are you just standing there?
Do you want me to turn around, give you two some privacy?
But I did it before, when we were fighting Darkspawn.
We were in danger. Maybe that helped.
So, a mental cue. Some kind of emotional trigger.
Maybe you could think about how your abilities protect us.
Instinct. Protection. Shield myself. Shield others. If I had this magic before, I could have... I could have protected the people who matter.
Okay, but you did move the rocks, though.
Wow, you're usually way better at distraction.
Thanks. Wait.
I could focus on the people I can help now, instead of the ones I couldn't. Either way, I think I'll need more practice with this. Don't you?
I wonder what's up there. Think you could find us a route?
Maybe. I'll take a look.
Stone song, that's cool.
Right. Leave it to me.
I bet you could move this to give us something to climb on.
Stone elevator time.
Of course.
Well done. Let's find another rock for you to practice.
The multitudes called out, finding solace in each other.
What?
I don't know. I was just saying something, wasn't I? Just came to me.
Stone speaks to you.
Think you could clear a path for us? Look at that. You're getting good. Want to try another one?
Why not? There you go.
Practice is really helping, huh?
I might even be ready for a bigger challenge now. So many rocks. And they feel different. That one's granite. That one's slate. I think that one might be quartz. I wonder if the rock's composition affects my magic. Sorry, just thinking out loud. Let's get back to it. Practicing, I mean.
That's cool though, where it's like the singing to different rocks having different effects for it.
Got it.
Which basically translates
Let's
to...
find a couple more.
Basically translates to... This one will come out of the wall, this one will come out of the ground.
It's no trouble for you now.
I know. This is great. You got it.
Good work. You got the hang of this stone thing.
I'm definitely getting there.
What was that?
Someone's in trouble.
Some more gear again. Packed hardened leathers.
Over here, Harding. We need to move quick.
Please, someone! Is anyone out there?
Someone's in trouble. We need to go.
I can't move.
Hold on. Up over there. I bet that's where he is. There's no way up from here. Let's look around.
How about if you move this rock?
Oh, it's glitched and already considering to be up in the air. But there you go. That's how you can get up,
There
Harding.
he is. Let's hurry. Easy.
Maker, I thought I was dead for sure.
You got lucky. Really lucky.
The rocks. How did you do that?
Harding?
Do you hear that?
Sister. Oh god, my audio's gone really bad all of a sudden. Hold on a second. I was like, I thought that was part of the game, and I'm like, the audio just went super crunchy. Alright, hopefully we're okay. I don't think it was the recording that's messed up, which is good, but I just think it was my audio had a weird glitch.
I feel you.
We're good now.
By the ancients as I was. Find me. Look to those closest to the stone, and find me.
Harding? What's wrong? What are you hearing?
I'm sorry. Let's just get our friend to safety, and then we'll talk. Ugh. Okay.
The Oracle. Alright. I wonder if that's going to be a continuation from the Dragon Age Inquisition DLC. Oh god. Sorry, I think it's just like my controller connection is awful, so it cuts out the dialogue, cuts out the audio sometimes, and I think that was my issue. There you go, an unfamiliar sense. After practicing her newfound gifts in Arlathan Forest, Harding has learned to call upon the ability reliably. While on her excursion, however, she was interrupted by a mysterious voice that only she could hear. The voice told Harding to seek out those closest to the stone for the answers she seeks. Secrets and memories. A rare keepsake. A memento from a friend gifted before parting ways. The pin is in the shape of an owl swooping down to snatch its prey. Now, Leliana had more, like, ravens at her disposal, so I don't know if that's going to be, if they're putting that bird in place for Leliana. Okay, we can now travel that area, so it is unlocked now. Nice. And now we can actually go through this area to do part of the Spirits of the Dalish questline. So we've got that, we've got a new quest out that way, and Balara's Echoes of the Past is here too. And we'll be having a look at that, plus more on the main quest next time. So thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Dragon Age the Veilguard. I liked the aesthetic of Treviso. I think I'm finding myself going through these areas wanting a little bit more out of the depth and immersion to this to these locations. It feels like we're kind of in them and out of them real quick, and the NPC interactions feel quite shallow. Sadly, the interactions between your character and your companions are definitely there and incredibly detailed in regards to how much you're talking to each other, but I think that there's some elements of walking around locations where I'm like, I feel like my character's presence, depending on who I am, should be important. It kind of feels like I get the impression that everyone in the world sees your Rook as the same person no matter who you are. They don't see race, they just see a faceless entity that's coming to buy their goods, and NPCs just see the same figure. At least that's my experience so far. It's been an interesting journey where I'm seeing elements of the world around me that I'm navigating stripped away a little bit, and I would like a little more of it. But again, we're still in that period of early days, I suppose, and I will hold those reservations. Just sort of speaking on these things as they come up. I think that I'd love a little more depth in these areas, especially for first impressions. Our first time going to these places, I like to soak it in and get to know these locations. But yeah, we're kind of in and out of them. But clearly then we're meant to revisit and go back to them later to unlock more items and things like that. And then the level design at the moment, it feels very video gamey in the sense where it's like these very clear-cut, like, you are on a very set path. You have to climb up here to do this thing, and there's the convenient post that you push down to climb over, and it's like very basic level design construction on navigating the world. So it's not very stimulating or exciting in that sense, but things that I am enjoying. I think the combat is fun. I'm still liking the setting up, like priming enemies and then detonating them. We're getting new abilities. We're exploring the skill trees. The game looks gorgeous, and the lore revelations are really fun and exciting. I'm so keen to see what happens with Harding's story as that develops more into Dwarven lore, because I think the Dwarven lore with the stone is fascinating, especially with the Inquisition DLC in mind. And of course, with a very elven-focused game, and the elven lore being my favorite element of Dragon Age series as a whole, I'm always anticipating further story developments. I will just be hearing Ilganan and Gillenane so much by our characters and other characters in the world. So we're taking positives and negatives as they come at the moment, but I am enjoying my adventure, and I hope you're enjoying watching it and playing it yourself. Let me know your thoughts and feelings and how you're going with the game too. So I'm not alone in this. But thank you so much for watching my Veilguard journey, and I will see you next time.